Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, I want to have a little discussion video and get your guys' thoughts in the comments. I like doing these every once in a while, but we've hit 4 years into the game. We've gone through the 4-year anniversary, and I just wanted to talk about some things I'd love to see in the game. This is not a complaint video. I'm pretty happy with the state of the game, to be honest, considering it's 4 years old already, but I just wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts around things I would love to see added to the game and get your thoughts on things that you guys have, because I always find there's always some amazing ideas in the community. So the first one for me that I would love to see is this auto battle function. Like, I say it all the time, but this auto battle function is so amazing. But it would be good if we could implement, like, I don't even know when it comes in. Like, is it like chapter like 35, 39? I don't even know where it starts, but it's pretty late into the game. But the game has gotten so, like, characters have gotten so powerful that the early chapters, like, I remember when I started playing AFK Arena, getting to like chapter 4 in the first day was huge. Now it's like getting to chapter 15 in the first day is huge. So having that auto battle early on, I think would be really nice. And I just think it would be a great quality of life for new players. And in general, I just think it would be a fantastic feature to apply early in the game. It's a feature that's already in the game. And because I love playing new accounts, I would really appreciate that being active earlier on in the game than it is at the moment. Because like I said, I can't even remember what chapter. I think it's like late 30s that it's in there, because my other account is on chapter 31 now and it's still not there. So auto battle function would be sweet. Moving on from that, the next one, I feel like we're just about primed and ready for it. And I know a lot of people have mentioned it in the past. A dimensional tower. I feel like we're there. I feel like a dimensional tower is not something that's too hard for people to obtain. We've got a bunch of them that we can get from both the Labyrinth store and the Challenger store. And on top of that, if you want and you need to, you can always go ahead and get them from the Garrison Mercenaries and pick up the ones you don't have, like me with Ukyo and Nakaruru here. I'm pretty sure I don't have either of them. But you know what I mean? You can use this garrison feature. Honestly, I said it in a video before. Yes, you have to do it 6 times, but the fact that you can do it like with guild coins is a pretty big one to me. I think it's quite reasonable. So I honestly think a dimensional tower would be a great thing, pretty much just because I want a ton of rewards. But who doesn't? So can we get a dimensional tower for the rewards? All right. The other thing on the topic of dimensionals, I would love to see. I just feel like we've got that many dimensionals now that I would love to see other ways of getting dimensional gear than just getting the luck down the bottom here. I would love to see more paths for dimensional gear. Early days, like when it was just Arthur, yeah, dimensional gear was really exclusive. But now I think a lot of people use a lot of dimensionals because they're pretty good. And like we got that many of them, but you still got to wait for them to come up in the shop at that expensive price, and you got no other chance of getting it. You can't re-roll for it. So I'd love to see more accessibility of dimensional gear. But on the other hand, I guess it does drive sales when you purchase the dimensionals, and then you get to purchase the gear sets as well. So I don't know, but I would love to see it. I think it would be pretty cool. But like that's not like a game breaker. I want the tower more, because maybe they could introduce a dimensional tower and you could get the dimensional faction gear select boxes. There we go. 2 birds, 1 stone, problem solved. I'm a genius. Not really, I suck. But let's keep going on from that. The next one I want to see is some type of legendary tier hero viability. I've seen ads from years ago where like Ira's riding a wolf and stuff like that. I want to see these. Like we've even got a skin. We've even got a skin for Niru. I would love to see some sort of playability, viability in these guys. Now, bear with me because I had a brainwave and I had a pretty cool idea. At least I think it's cool. You guys will probably think it's horrible. So let's find out. So my idea was that you could bring in, you could have like an ascended tier of the legendary tier heroes. So say you have your legendary plus Muriel. They make a new Muriel that's like the ascended Muriel, but you need a like ascended, like even make it like an ascended 5-star or ascended whatever character of that faction that you then feed to Muriel to give her the ascended power. That way, like it keeps the need to keep getting more characters, so you're not just getting it for free, but then you can get usability out of these guys. I think it would be sick. I think it would be really sick if they had these guys And the way to get them was to like feed another character of their faction or something like that. I don't know how to do it exactly, but I'd love to see a Muriel, because like Muriel way better than Belinda, let's face it. Sorry, all the Belinda loves, but like Muriel's sick. Like all these characters, even Shotgun Dude, I don't know why, but I really appreciate Shotgun Dude. We've got the Spider Chick who's crazy annoying. We've got Ira, who's an absolute savage looking character. I love the look of Ira. I think she's got like the wickedest look. You got things like Sylvina. I feel like they could just like literally make ascended versions of all these guys and maybe like have, I don't know, something in the summons that you need to get to unlock their potential. I don't know. I just think it would be cool. We get them signature items, we get them furniture, we get them a fourth ability, enhance their abilities, I think it'd be really cool. I just really love all the legendary heroes. And then on top of that, they've also got to do one for Dref. Dref needs one as well. He needs viability. But besides that, I just thought it was a cool idea. Let me know. I could be just completely stupid on that idea, but I really I feel like I've grown attached to these legendary tier heroes, and I love to see viability and usability out of them, especially when we got like cool skins, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my vibe. Anyway, moving on from that, and this is like the last one that I'm going to mention in this video. Like I said, I'm keen to see your guys' idea and thoughts that you have, but the final one, now brace yourself. The final one is going to be Guild Wars. Now, for those that haven't been around for a long time, so this is a video on my channel. I'm not, you guys can fish for it. I'm not going to leave a link in the description. This is when I didn't even know characters' names. I couldn't pronounce Savius's name. Like, let's face it, I can't pronounce anyone's name, but I didn't know Savius's name. This was back in the days where Brutus would delete teams with his spin. This is how long ago that was. But back then, so wait, let me check when this was. This was 4 years ago. There you go. You can see it. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Okay, 4 years ago we had Guild Wars. We had an attempted Guild Wars. It was run over a week, 2 days of registration, and then you did a battle every day. The problem was they had it like everyone was ranked, and if there was no enemies at a higher rank than you, you couldn't participate. It was like, I would love to see Guild Wars, and I know they put this in like a dev notes like 2-3 years ago as well, but I just don't think anything happened with it. Now, I don't want it to be too intensive. Like we've already got, whatchamacallit, the Abyssal Expedition, which is so time consuming, but I feel like a Guild Wars that happens on like the weekend or something where everyone from your guild plays, it's like, it could literally be your guild hut. So if we go over to, for instance, we go to our guild, it's like you've got your guild hut. And we've had other renditions of this type of thing in events, different takes, but I reckon it'd be cool if it was like your guild, your guild grounds, like that's your guild grounds. And then you go into battle with another guild. And at every person's guild grounds, they set defenses. And then everyone can attack those defenses, and it's pretty much the Summoner's War system where, say I attack this guy, the first attack does 50% of his health bar, the second one does 25%, and the other one does 25%, something like that. So the best way to do it would be to evenly attack enemies to get them all down to 50%, and whoever does the most damage. I feel like that system in this game would be really simple and cool. Let me know if I'm being stupid on that, because I always like those type of guild-related systems. Although the one annoying thing is I like playing on the test server with this game, this would make me want to play on global server so I could play with more people, but that's my only issue. But I think guild battles would be sick. But like I said, we did have them experimented with. You can see the Guild Wars thing back in the day. And even though it wasn't the greatest system, it was cool. Wait, let me show you some battling. Like, let's look. This is what we were using back in the day. We got good old Cirrus, K-Source, Verdan still. This was the days back when Savius Carry was a real thing. Savius Carry was a real thing. Tassie tanks were a thing because they dodge. And then what do we have? We had once again, I don't even know what we're doing, but I remembered, I watched through a little bit of this, but I'm just going to mute myself because I sound absolutely horrible back then. Let me see if I can find it. Where's my Brutus battle? Yeah, wait, ready for Brutus to spin? Watch the Brutus. Watch the Brutus. He's about to spin. Ready? And watch him deal damage. Here we go. Boom. Like he did damage. Like Brutus was like the man at the start of the game. It is so sick. Anyway, I'm just getting nostalgia from this, but I would love to see that type of system implemented. Now, the other thing is we do have a ton, and I mean an absolute ton of game modes in the game. So I don't think anything should be too intensive, just because we've got that much. I almost feel like we need like a daily checklist. I guess your quests is kind of like a daily checklist, but it's like, there's so many things to do daily and keep track of. Like when you look at this, especially when you get into like, you know, Temporal Rift, you got Treasure Scramble, then you got the 2 arena systems, you got your Arcane Labyrinth that you got to do every second day. There is so much. Obviously your tower, your faction towers, but they have made that pretty good with that system. But there's just an absolute, honestly, ton in the game. So I don't want anything that's going to make it annoying for players, but I feel like Guild Wars, even on an event system, like once a month you do a Guild War on a weekend or something like that, would be just really fun and engaging in a community thing. But once again, let me know if that's wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. That's just my thoughts. Let me know anything you guys would like to see in the game. Like I said, the big one for me is that auto. That would be super sick. And give me a dim tower so we can go ahead and get some more goodies. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.